My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Elden Ring, specifically the Haligtree roots. Yeah, that's a boss fog. Oh, if that ain't ever a boss fog. Let's go in this other area first, though, where we spotted a vibrant flower at the end of the last episode. Has a bunch of Aeonian butterflies around, as well as the traveler's clothes, manchettes, and boots. Hang on. Ugh, this isn't what became of Millicent, is it? This isn't Millicent's outfit, is it? Is it? Light yet sturdy clothes, worn by young women who set off into the world to confront their fate. That's what all of them say. Pieces of equipment there, unfortunately. I mean, I could just... Actually, hang on. No, Millicent's totally in the prayer room still. This is going up at a ridiculous pace. Into here. Oh. So, this is the underground, effectively, that we are accessing much more quickly here. Is there anything under this? I'll send that back up. Also, a quick way back down, but there is also just a site of grace down here, so I don't know why I would need a quick way back down here. Although I do appreciate the interconnectedness of a map. Alright, let's go level up. Let's go do that before I never do that. I have truly so many of these to pop. That ought to get me just under 3 levels, maybe 3 levels now. Vigor could totally use all of them very easily. How much dex would I need to wield the jar cannon? 12 total, 3 points of investment in dex. I just think at this point I should only really be leveling things that are going to be specifically useful in boss fights, because everything else I'm already good for. And health is really good in boss fights. And one more. I do want to go down and try out this fight. I'm assuming at this point that this is Malenia. Let's be very clear. I'm assuming this is Malenia, but I'm not seeing Millicent's summon sign anywhere around here, which is confusing me. Because I figured Millicent was going to be pretty important to this fight. I also fear I probably missed a pretty large area of the Haligtree already. Red of hair. there's the famous Valkyrie helm, as well as the prosthesis. We see even more prosthesis on the legs, as though more and more limbs have had to be replaced over time.
For so long. My flesh was dull gold, and my blood rotted. Corpse after corpse left in my wake, as I awaited his return. Heed my words. I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella. And I have never known defeat.
I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella, and I have never known defeat. It seems like she's healing off of each of her successful strikes against us, which is a hell of a combat trick, that one. I'm trying to see if I have the ability to just crush her.
I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella.
Okay. She gains health over the course of the fight. That's going to be a tricky one. Let's see what we want to do about this. Probably not the cerulean talismans. Definitely Dragon Crest. Maybe I want a little bit of additional poise. The ability to get above 50 here could do a serious amount of work for us. Blood Flame as well. Okay. Let's go. Blood Flame, pickled turtleneck. Drink the flask. We're going to go in and immediately go for a knockdown. There we go. So a Lion Claw as well as a jumping R2 were enough to put him on the ground there. What the?
Blade of
Miquella. There's no way you can roll between the hits of that. If it's on this... Yeah, it was a 3... Was it 4? Well, we're going to waste a lot of resources if we're buffing before each of these battles here. Thankfully, pickled turtlenecks are not that expensive. The opening of that fight went really well right up until we died. Oh boy, howdy, wasn't it great? Got him. Down to the ground. Okay, I mean, look, we can, when we are given the right opportunity, we can flap. I did want to just push my lock on that one because it was getting pretty close. Hey, I'm noticing that after we get the first poise stagger, even with just Lion's Claws from then on, I never get another one. It's just not happening. So, how do I feel about that? Does that mean that I want to change my not talisman, the Flask of Wondrous Physic? Because I am getting part of the ability to do this from the Stone Barb Cracked here makes stance breaking easier with the Flask of Wondrous Physic, picking up that effect. Let's make the Flask of Wondrous Physic the final thing that I pop before I go in. How about that? All right. Got him. I really love opening with that. Oh, what a good feeling. No invincibility frames for you. Okay, I need to get some endurance back. Actually, literally, and seriously real? Nope. Second phase. Hey, what? Yeah. The cutscene continues. Get back up. The Haligtree itself? Haligtree Night, Malenia.
Wait. The scarlet bloom flowers once more.
Holy hell. Oh, that's rad as hell.
You will witness true horror. Now, rot.
Lost the will. And unfortunately, the scarlet has bloomed once more. Holy hell!
By the scarlet rot.
Malenia, goddess of rot. Oh boy. It was hard to get that to that stage of the fight. How am I? Well, okay. It was hard to get to that stage of the fight because I was trying to just run immediately through the first phase, just completely flatten it. I'm gonna need to learn patience.
I am Malenia, blade of Miquella.
I'm gonna need to learn some patience so that I can actually deal with the first phase by itself. Because I can't just use all of my resources, get to the second phase, and die constantly. That just doesn't seem like a good idea, frankly. Can we get Jarrett to hang out? Let him solo her. Alright. Malenia? Okay, that's a rat attack as well. I don't care how much damage it does to me. As long as it looks that cool, I will happily take as many as you can dish out. A couple lion claws there. Receive the Blade of Miquella for my efforts. Yeah, I feared that. Counterattacks are going to be really useful for me here. Guard counters in particular. Only thing is I'm going to have to recognize which of them she is going to be staying near enough by for me to still follow up on. Which will not be... It won't only not be all of them, it won't even be most of them. Like that. Because if... I'm going to want to do it on the final attack that she does in combo, and a lot of her final attacks seem to also be a disengage, unfortunately. Really got stuck deep in the action queue right there. I want to be able to set up some combos like that where I know what she's starting to initiate. I know how many actions she's likely to take in that combo. And I know how to evade it without rolling so that I can set myself up just on the perimeter of it and respond with a lion's claw to the center of it. I'll draw more attention to it next time it actively happens, but that's the defined intent here. You'll be able to see it in action if you look for it. Blood Flame. I'll take the cheap resources in. Speaking of the cheap resources, hello, Joe, right? Okay, my poise is such that I can poise through her follow-up attacks while still delivering the counter hit. That's pretty important. Uh-oh. That's pretty lethal. I definitely can't use like a Great Rune every single a Rune Arc every single attempt here in order to activate my Great Rune, but more max HP would certainly be warranted. Can I still poise through her attack if I'm not wearing the Bull Goat Talisman? And if I'm not wearing the Bull Goat Talisman, what am I wearing? Boosts guarding ability. Enhances counterattacks. Actually seems like it'd be pretty good too. Damn it! Really? Instantly? For real? All of the hell? Wow. Thought I had a little bit more than that, TBH. I don't think I was that close to any instant kill. Got a pretty decent amount of armor. That said, pretty late game amount of boss. Okay, Flask of Wondrous Physic. Floodplane Blade out. Should have done the physic later. Forgot about that. Again. She's Still be a fine fight opening, though. How the heck did both of those miss you? There we go. Oh, I think I actually see what happened there. So that follow-up attack, the extremely punishing one, it appears that I might be able to invalidate that by moving under her when she's starting to line up for it. The camera positioning is going to be a little bit annoying, though. Hey, very aggressive Malenia this time. Good to see you. Oh, all of that without a single lion's claw to my name. Uh-oh. Okay, it seems like there might be a perfect, like exactly perfect roll timing at which you can get through all of the attacks in one of those. But I doubt I'm going to be able to do it 3 times in a row. Also, where's Millicent? Millicent? I have a really horrible feeling about the flower in the other room. Oh my god, Millicent, thank heck.
There is something I must return to the will, the dignity.
There is something you must return to Malenia, the will that was once
for
her
the dignity.
own. The dignity, the sense of self. How do I get you to interact? I think I'm going to go back upstairs for a bit. In particular, I'm worried that I might be messing up Millicent's storyline. Oh, I forgot that there was an enemy there. I'm worried I might be messing up Millicent's storyline. Oops. I'm not certain if I do actually want to summon Millicent even in that fight myself. I'm totally open to it, to be clear. If it's what makes sense for her story. But I worry it's going to be one of those situations where there's something I had to do before finishing that boss in order to truly uphold my end of the bargain. Okay, is this? Yep, this is where I needed to be. Okay, thank you. This is also the room that I said, or the bridge that I said didn't exist earlier. I looked exactly in this direction, exactly at where the bridge was, and I was like, that doesn't connect. It does, as it turns out. Definitely did. Haligtree Town Plaza. This gives us a little bit more access to the top side of this. Although then down there is just all the spirit callers again. So there's items in other areas hidden amidst and amongst all of this stuff. I'm just trying to find, are there any side paths that we completely truncated? Just absolutely ended up avoiding. Looked in the direction of and decided to sprint directly away from. Ah, yep, way too large a fall. It's fine. There's no runes on the line. In fact, there's no runes on the line. Haligtree Promenade, Haligtree Town. I'm gonna go back to the canopy for a little bit. Move a slightly different way out of here. Specifically, I'd like to get more involved with the ants over on the other side. Which looks like I can do that from here. Ah, that doesn't lead down directly. It's fine, this drops down onto them. There's the item I was looking for off on this prong. Dappled cured meat. Never a disappointment. There is another one further up as well. A smithing stone 8. And the ability to join back to the main also looks like another item over on the other side. Yeah, I need to just do one memorable path through areas like this and then revisit afterwards. It's so much easier than trying to do the full clear the first time through. Supplemental buds. I don't suspect anything this far back is going to be what I have to interact with for Millicent's sake, if I have to interact with something for Millicent's sake. I'll take the ifs out because that's just the assumption under which I'm acting, so it might as well be the case right now. Because it will manifest in action. I think it's this path I need now. No! Almost died there, unfortunately. Let me... Perfect. Just absolutely platinum. Now I'm looking for the branch here that will take us out and around to the back of the other side. Because otherwise this is inaccessible. At least from where I was. Item the first one, Aeonian Butterfly. Fire grease as well. If I had to bet, I would say there's something behind the flower up at the end. But I would also... No! Damn it! It doesn't help that the follow-up to that statement was going to be, I would also bet that I'm going to have the ability to go up behind it. Just run past it without a problem in the world. Not a single care. I'm actually just going to finish off everyone I can see, because it's one button to do so. And yeah, I am actually going to get overwhelmed with bubbles at one point, so might as well try and cut down on those. Oh boy. Almost died there. Wait, is this around to the same backside? Oh, it looks like it is. Actually, no, it's just directly below where we were previously, which is actually really important to be here. Because those two enemies I just picked off were enemies that were previously picking me off in the distance. It's the circle of death. Now I can make my way around the other side. Two down. Not a bad go of it so far. Killing way more of those ants than I needed to. I killed you up here, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did, but just in case I didn't, let's make sure. Yep, I remember how I killed you as well now. Pretty much exactly like that. Did that actually even give us any runes? Almost looked like it didn't. I might have just missed the animation. The animation, rather. Might have just missed it being counted. But if it didn't give us any runes, that usually means that the enemy is like an illusion of some kind. Yeah, no, it probably just happened too quick for me to see, to be honest. Taking back a smooth 11,000 and creating a couple more afterwards. That's a good crit. Oh my god. Have to back up and do a blood flame blade and see if doing fire here is going to be enough. Bring him back down again. It's possible we just get something for killing this enemy in particular. We got something for killing the Grand Envoy that other time as well. Poison Bloom, Miranda Powder, nope. Oh well. Honestly glad to have tried regardless. Even if it didn't pay off. Also hard to take away from us that we've got a pretty efficient rune farm out of it. Preserving boluses. feel like we've almost thoroughly cleared this area now. Stone Sword Key, my god. The items here are really seeking to prove my point that they probably weren't going to be that valuable and almost certainly just be Stone Sword Keys. And unfortunately, the way they're proving it is by saying, you think we're only going to have Stone Sword Keys? No. We'll diversify with a lot of things less valuable than Stone Sword Keys. Which, you know, fair play. I did not expect that. Now, this is about the point, I think, where we just started hamming it. Immediately down that line. So here's where I really need to differentiate. See, last time we survived being here. I'm gonna really zag on him and die instantly. There's no way they're gonna expect that. Our fastest road down. Is it actually like... That's too far. Way too far. So it isn't, just in case you were wondering, it isn't just like that. Alright, I'm gonna jump here and catch a strong breeze and... Oh, come on! What do you mean I can't use Blide's coat as a cape? What do you mean a cape wouldn't have saved me? I meant a parasail. Shoot. Alright, it's looking like over here. Really? That's gotta just be a lethal fall. I would have sworn I could have survived that. We only have to find this path once before we know the right path from then on for running immediately down to the end. And we are going to need to know the path for running immediately down to the end because that big envoy that toots a billion toots at the same time is there. That absolute bad boy dooda-tooter. You know we had to do it toot. Hey. Yeah, I really didn't want to have to come down this natural way and face the ants every time. Especially because an inopportune timing of an ant... An inopportune timing of an ant attack, as well as a bubble, could easily kill us. I'm not really I don't really tell the future as much as I tell the present, which is much less useful an ability to have, but I do begin my sentence before the thing occurs. It's just by the time it's actionable information, the thing has occurred, and it is no longer, by definition, actionable information. All right, well, let's see what happens in Ant Chaos Land. Maybe this is sustainable. Legitimately, actually. Wait, seriously? Hey! I was walking here. Well, I know my way down now. I need to change up the defenses that we have, though. Let's get some increased magical defense. And holy defense? I think it's just holy damage, but it might be magical damage. But if I cover both of them at the same time, No one will ever damage me ever again. Also, what would make sense for this area more? The area where, you know, Miquella gives to Radigan these incantations, these sorceries that require int and faith. Miquella has, you know, the remnants of the Carrion Order as well as the remnants of the Erdtree Order here. What would make more sense than a holy as well as int-based attack, holy magic attack? I ask you thus. Okay. Toot. Your days of tooting are coming to an end, friend. You've tooted your last toot. Well, I mean, we got him just in time. That's good enough for me. Strip of white flesh, that's all we get. I mean, I guess we get the freedom to go up into other previously unexplored areas. And that's got to be worth something, right? It's worth everything, in fact. So there is a item squirreled away on an altar up here. Another ancient dragon somber smithing stone. Nope, lost ashes of war. Around the same value level for me personally. I guess I'm glad that there are multiple lost ashes of war over the course of the entire thing for the PvP folk. Sometimes I wish things that mostly have utility for PvP players would have like an additional utility for solo players. In particular, one sec, actually we should probably buff the weapon. In particular, what if the Lost Ashes of War sold for like 20,000 a piece? Like, I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be neat. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be having fun, and I think it'd be handsome as well. Making sure our periods of invulnerability line up as well as can. What were you all protecting? If it is literally nothing at all. Oracle Envoy at... Okay. That's worth a damn, because the Ashes tell you a lot of lore about the folks. Summons a monstrous band of musicians who employ sacred arts. It is said wherever Oracle Envoys appear playing their pipes, they do so to herald the arrival of a new god or a new age. I mean, they do toot a lot when I'm around. I don't mean to blow my own horn, because they're doing it for me. They are saying I will be next Elden Lord, and they are not incorrect. Ah. Is this the lift I unlocked? Yep. This is the lift we unlocked down to Loretta. Ah, bugger, because I think I explored most of the rest of this reasonably well. Anything out in any of the rest of this area? I mean, I wonder if they actually would let me get on torrent in this arena. Nope. Were there possibly multiple exits to this arena? Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is the first time we've seen this. 1 second, actually. Specifically, all of the other statues have very clearly been of Malenia and Miquella. This at least appears to be Marika, Malenia, and Miquella. If we are to then assume the two kids are going to be Malenia and Miquella, the twins, then that'd be Marika, the mother. Rest of the Sign of Grace. Now, we were pretty quick in descending this area as well. Let's see if there's any alternative paths out here. It's the top. We already cleared that area out. Actually, are there way fewer loose ends here than I thought? Ah, no, that is actually how we need to get down. Go through the center of all of this. And then if I want to go down to the very, very, very center, I have another... where are we? Another elevator basically there. Directly ahead. Goes out to the Clean Rot Knight there. Anywhere I can drop off for a different exit. Kinda, almost, definitely not. A bloodsmear that used to be me might be able to explore a different area at that rate. They've gone what feel like all possible exits down in the next area. That leads out to the drainage channel. I think there's also one area where I might have been able to make it onto the outer ring. If I recall correctly. Maybe via one of the routes. Probably not from as low as Haligtree routes there. Maybe from the drainage channel. For the moment, though, I'm going to return to Millicent in the next episode.
There is something of the will.
Sorry, return to Malenia in the next episode. With more confident that I am not going to be completely destroying Millicent's quest by having done so. And finishing out the rest of the Haligtree before returning to the Ashen Capital. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Elden Ring series playlist up in the top left. YouTube recommendation down below. Streaming past other names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. At or above the thank tier. And a special thanks to this episode to Mr. Gibberish. Hopefully you all been enjoying yourselves and hopefully we'll see you all next time.